Hi everyone. I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. This will be part one, and just to show some of the phones that are in the collection. Also, nice to say and to advertise the fact that yesterday on 6:30 is a talk by Andy Shed, which is very, very good. And I would recommend anyone interested in the telephones. I know he mainly deals with the English phones, but nevertheless, it's worth tuning in and having a little listen. As I say, hoping also to do phone-ins using the CNET, which I'm at the moment having a lot of trouble with. I just can't get it, I can't really understand it. But anyhow, that's a different story. So if anyone's interested, it's on Sunday, Sunday at 6:30. The next 3 weeks, I think he's going to be out, so it won't be available. But it's normally every Sunday at 6:30, and you can join in with comments and anything that you'd like to say or hear. Anyhow, that's a little plug for something which is quite interesting, associated mainly with the English phones, but not exclusively. He does the American phones as well, which is quite interesting. And he does other things like a radio station. So it's a bit of advertising, and if you're free on that time, 6:30. Have a look. It's Andy Shed. We'll find the way of getting there. Anyhow, getting back to the collection, I'm showing these in parts. This is quite a few of the phones. I've been collecting, well, phones, lamps, barometers for a long, long time. As I say, I'm nearly 80, so that gives you an idea. Some of the phones along here, I don't know. I haven't prepared them or anything there. As you see, at the end there, you've got the press button 500 type. That one is actually on pulse as opposed to tone. You've got the old... Now, I often forget the names of these, but the green one was from Northern Telecom from Canada. Quite a few. I could be talking all night, but I'm not going to. Got a press button princess type phone. I've got several of these. You've got a wall phone there with a reverse dial. I'll show you. If I lift the dial up, or the see what I mean. It's round there. I'll try and get phones wherever I can, but the thing is, the prices are going up every time. Every time I look at eBay or Etsy, the prices have rocketed. And also, you've got to be very careful. A lot of the stuff is not so much tricked, but the stuff's probably been messed about with. So you have to be very careful. There's a few more phones from Spain, Japanese. I must admit, I've got quite a few. That one at the end's from Italy. An old wooden phone there. The handset's there, by the way, yep. The red phone's from Hungary. Next to that you've got this one's, I think, from that's the English version. What am I looking here? From East Germany. In fact, those two are both from East Germany. And that one. From all over the place. Let's come a little bit closer. Here we got more, probably more recognisable phones. The 700 type. When I say type, some of these were in fact clones. By that I mean they were phones supplied by the same makers of the BT or GPO phones, but they went to private operators. The one on the green here is by Telephone Rentals. Also, that one, as far as I know, wasn't even made over here. It came from Italy, not Italy, Israel. And it's identical, well, it looks identical to our SEB 706. Circuitry is slightly different, but outwardly it looks like a normal 706. Got a bell set there, I think that was from France. Another I think that's a genuine SEB 706. One from Spain. More of the clones. It's always interesting actually. You see these on sale on eBay. You look at them and think, yeah, that's not a BT phone. And it's interesting, a lot of them make out they are. But some people are honest and they say, oh, it's based on the 706. But nevertheless, they're quite interesting. The one here we're looking at now is by Plessey. Front of that, you've got the old trim phone. That is one of the early trim phones. I've got two of these I picked up many years ago at Wimbledon boot sale. I only gave a couple of quid, I think, for them. Very pleased to get those because they're like a prototype version. Here we've got another genuine BT phone with the watch receiver. Another clone. One of these days I could list these and give more on them. I realise I've got quite a few. Oh, well, that's a clone. So's that. One there I think is probably a genuine BT phone. Another genuine BT phone in ivory with the earpiece having a little volume control on it. Here we have a phone from the 1930s. KTAS, Copenhagen Telephone Company. Yeah, I got another trim phone. Got several trim phones. They seem to be quite expensive on YouTube. A genuine BT phone. And another Telephone Rentals. It's just interesting, you know, what I've got or haven't got. We've got an old 332 type. I say type, I think this one was made by ATE. You notice the dial, I'm close up on it, the finger stop and the 0 are spaced, so that's an automatic dial. Let's have a look underneath. As I say, I'm pushed for space. You can just see the phones under here. We've got another phone. This is the latest 700, 74. I'm no good at numbers, but this is this came out after the 706 shape, which is that shape. This is the one, and this is from Israel. Slightly different innards. Few more. I seem to have quite a few. That's the more trim. That's the other trim phone of the early type. A few more there. Behind that we've got Mura phone, GEC Mura phone. Now Mura comes from the Latin, which means wall. So Mura phone was a wall phone. This is the one with the original type of handset. The later ones were slightly different, but this is one of the original ones. Mura phone. The back there we've got two American type wall phones. Now even I get confused now. I've got several of these, picked them up. They cost quite a bit now, I've noticed on the eBay. It's not so much the price of the phone, it's the cost of the postage. Now, one of these I think possibly was from Ireland, because Ireland did use phones by by Northern Telecom, the 500 type. In fact, I've got one I can show you. That one there, I believe, is from Ireland, made in Canada, but used by the Irish telephone concerns. And next to it we have is it coming up? Okay, yeah, that's the American version. A couple more phones there. This more or less concludes part one of the talk. I can give the other talk. I've got phones coming out everywhere. There's another press button type. At the end there, as I say, you have to sometimes, you get them on the dial as faulty. This is a Russian phone. I have given little videos on several of these phones. One at the back there is by Gafela, or Autophone, not the Autophone that you get in England, but this is the one from Switzerland, also under the name Gafela. The other phone there is from Spain. So this one, as I say, is from Russia. Yeah, that more or less concludes the first part one. Any questions, I'll try and fill in with some answers. Not just fun. Got various bits and pieces added to it. I won't turn around because the room's a little bit untidy. So more or less, suffice to say, this is part one. As you can see, part two, a load more phones. And my lovely pussycat, who's unfortunately she's getting on a bit now. But she's a lovely old thing. Anyhow, I think that's all for the time being. We will go through the other ones and some in the other room, well, more in the other two rooms. So, yeah, I've got a few. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Any comments, please make. Remember, plug Andy's Shed talk on 6:30 on Sundays. Worth tuning into. I say tuning in. It's on YouTube. Have a look. I think you will enjoy it, and you can always add your own comments to it. And hopefully, if I ever get this blasted CNET thing working, I'll be able to use that. But anyhow, that's what is at the moment. So once again, thanks for watching. And part two will be coming up, but at the moment it's just the part one at the moment. So thanks for watching. Thank you.